tenses is used by the sentence. That's why every sentence is usually symbolized by IP, active inflection phrase. Now, how do sentence hold on. Oh, okay. That is what we call with merge operation. The merge operation is able to take a determiner, a and combine it with noun. For example, the house determiner with noun. That's what we call with. That's the example of merge operation. Jadi digabungkan. Then it is able to take the head, such as preposition, and combine it with the noun phrase. The noun phrase the house. Preposition combined with the noun phrase the house yang tadi. For example, the preposition is in, jadi it becomes in the house. Continued application of merge operations to additional words lead to the formulation of phrases and sentences of unlimited complexity. So, how to create a sentence? It can be from merge. It can be because of we merge sentence components. Yeah, we merge the determiner, we merge the noun until it becomes phrase, and then we merge again with other elements. So finally, it becomes phrases, or the bigger one is sentence. Now we're going to talk about complement. There are several kinds of complement. Three kinds of complement, if I'm not mistaken. The first one is complement for verbs. Complement option for verbs. The first one is zero component. Zero component. So the example is the rabbit vanished. There is no complement for the word vanished there. And then the second one is noun phrase. For example, like the child cut the paper. The paper here is noun phrase. Yeah, the head is paper, and then it has the determiner. The so the paper is the complement of the verb cut. And then adjective phrase. The man become very angry. Very angry. Very is the degree word, and then angry is an adjective. And then prepositional phrase using to. Prepositional phrase using to. For example, the man talked to his friend. To his friend. To his friend is prepositional phrase preceded by to. And then noun phrase and noun phrase. So double noun phrase. For example, we handed the man a map. We handed the man a map. So we can see here, after the verb, there are two complements, and they are, both of them are noun phrase. And then the next one is noun phrase with prepositional phrase using to. He gave the flower to the girl. He gave the flower to the girl. We can see the verb here is gave, and then the complements are the flower and to the girl. The flower is the noun phrase, and then to the girl is the prepositional phrase using to. And then next complement is noun phrase and prepositional phrase using for. We bought a hat for mom. We bought a hat for mom. So a hat is noun phrase, for mom is prepositional phrase. The next one is noun phrase and prepositional phrase. Lock here is location. She put the cup on the table. She put the cup on the table. So the cup and on the table are the complements of put. And then the next one is prepositional phrase using to and prepositional phrase using about. So double prepositional phrase. I talked to the doctor about Sally. I talked to the doctor about Sally. So to the doctor is prepositional phrase preceded by to, and about Sally is prepositional phrase preceded by about. And then the last one is the complements for verb can be three, consisting of noun phrase, prepositional phrase using for, and prepositional phrase using with. For example, like in the sentence, we open the box for James with a screwdriver. We open the box for James with a screwdriver. So there are three complements in the sentence that modify the verb. They are the box, noun phrase, for James, prepositional phrase, and with a screwdriver, prepositional phrase. The next complement is the complement options for nouns. There are four options here. The first one is zero complement. So you don't need to put any complement after the noun. And then like the cat, yeah. And then the second option is prepositional phrase using of. For example, the memory of a friend. The memory of a friend is a prepositional phrase preceded by of. And then the second option is prepositional phrase using of and prepositional phrase using to. Like in the sentence, the presentation of a medal to the winner. Like in the phrase, the presentation of a medal to the winner. Of a medal is prepositional phrase using of, and then to the winner is also prepositional phrase. And then the last one, the last options for noun is prepositional phrase using with and prepositional phrase using about. For example, like in the sentence, in the phrase, an argument with Stella about politics. An argument with Stella about politics. So the head here is argument. And then with Stella and about politics are the complements for the argument. And then the next one is the complement options for adjective. Complement options for adjective. The options are, we have zero adjective, like very tall, very big, yeah. And then the second options is prepositional phrase using about. Curious about Bali. Curious is the adjective, and then about Bali is prepositional phrase. And then obvious to the students. This is the second one, the third one. The complement options for the adjective is prepositional phrase using to. Obvious to the students. To the students is the prepositional phrase. And then the last options is prepositional phrase using of. Full of chocolate. Full of chocolate. Full is the adjective, and then of chocolate is prepositional phrase. The next complement options will be for preposition, yeah. Will be for preposition. The complement for preposition can be zero, yeah, zero complement. It is near, without any complement for near. And the house, in is the preposition, and then the house is the complement. And then the complement itself can be also a prepositional phrase. Down in the cellar. Down in the cellar. Down is preposition, and in the cellar is also prepositional phrase. Yeah? Now, the complement can be also in the form of clauses. What is clause? Clause is a sentence-like construction that is taken as a complement in the sentence. Yeah?
like
Like
in
in
the
the sentence of,
like
like
in
in
the
the
example,
example,
the
the
coach
coach knows
that
that
whether
or
See,
whether or
it
if
will
the
win.
team will
So
win.
we can use
So
either
we can
one,
use
whether
either
that,
one, whether
that, whether
that, whether or if.
the coach
The
knows
coach knows
that the team will
that
win.
the team will win,
That the team
that
will
the
win,
team
or
will
whether
win,
the
or
team will
whether the
win,
team will
if
win,
the
or
team
if
will
the
win,
team will win,
is called
is called
complement clause.
complement clause.
While
While the
sentence where the
sentence where the
complement
complement
clause is
clause
included,
is
we call it
included, we
as
call it as matrix clause.
now.
Now,
We're going
we're
to
going to
discuss
discuss
to the next
to the
topic. It
next
is
topic.
about
It is
move.
about move.
Uh,
The
previously,
previously, I have
I have
mentioned that when you are
right when you are
when you
arranging
are
a
arranging a
sentence, there is
sentence,
a
there
way
is a
of
way
arranging a
of
sentence
arranging a
which we
sentence
call
which we call
merge.
merge. Sebentar saya
Merge.
kembalikan merge.
Merge
Nah, ini
operation.
merge operations ya.
Merge
Merge
operation is
operation is
uh,
uh,
merging
merging
sentences element.
sentences element ya. Jadi hanya menyatukan saja.
While the one we're
While
going
the
to
one we're
discuss
going to
is
discuss is
move operation.
move operations. Kalau move operations, we move the elements. Yeah, we move the elements of the sentence.
baru dengerin.
The
Dan
first one
The first
is
one is
yes, no
yes no
questions. Yeah.
questions.
When
Yeah,
you are
when you are
structuring yes no
structuring yes no
questions,
questions, of
expect
course you
the
expect
answer
the answer yes or no.
when
Yeah,
you are
when you
structuring
are
the
structuring the
sentence.
sentence,
We
usually not usually
we have to
we
put
have to put
uh, what is it?
what is it,
The
the
word
questions word
in the beginning of
in
the
the beginning
sentence.
of the sentence. Yeah,
to be
Yeah, to be
yeah,
or
to be or
model
model. Yeah, or
auxiliary.
auxiliary. Yeah,
iya
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
This is
the structure
the
formed by
structure
merge.
formed by
That
merge.
that
Yeah,
guy should
that
go.
guy should go. This is the positive
That
statement.
guy should
That
go.
guy should go.
When it
When
becomes
it becomes
yes no question,
yes no
then the word
questions, then the word
should be
should
moved
be moved
to the beginning.
to the beginning of the sentence.
So
Yeah,
that
so that the sentence
should
become
that
should that guy go. Yeah,
T here,
T here. If you see the letter T here, meaning uh, the one that is moved ya. Jadi itu elemen yang dipindahkan ditandai oleh huruf T di situ.
and then
And then ya yang pertama itu yes no questions. And then in English also we have do insertions, menyelipkan kata do ya, menyelipkan kata do,
kemudian
kemudian
dipindahkan
dipindahkan ke
ke depan.
depan ya.
So
So those
sing.
birds sing.
This
This
is
is the
the
structure
structure
formed by merge ya.
kalimatnya those
Kalimatnya
birds
those
sing.
birds sing.
Kemudian
Kemudian
we can insert
we can insert do.
those birds
Those
do
birds
sing.
do sing.
When
When
it
it becomes when it becomes
question,
questions,
then
then do those birds sing? Yeah, we move do
to the
there
beginning of
to the
the sentence.
beginning of the sentence.
And then
And
another
then
move
another
is
move is
when we are
in when we
forming
are forming WH questions. Yeah,
WH question
WH
is
questions
question
is
specific
questions preceded
WH
by
word,
WH word,
and then it
and then it
uses move
uses move
operations to
operations
construct
to
questions.
construct the questions. Yeah, for
Example,
example, we
the
have a sentence:
Aristotle
Aristotle
could
could
speak which
speak which
languages?
languages?
Aristotle could speak
Aristotle
which
could speak
languages?
which
This is our
languages? This is
sentence,
our
and we want
sentence, and we want to construct
sentence
a sentence,
WH
a WH
questions. Okay.
questions. Okay,
There are
there
two
are two movements
that we
that we make
make it
to make
into
it into
questions. The first
questions.
one
The
is
first one is
we move
we
the
move
word
the words
could,
could.
Aristotle could,
Aristotle could, yeah,
could
could
to
to
position
the positions
before the
before
subject,
the subject.
and then the second
And then
one,
the second one,
which
which
languages,
languages,
yeah,
Yeah,
which
which languages we move the phrases into beginning of the sentence so that the sentence will be which languages could Aristotle speak?
that's
That's
WH movement.
WH movement.
Yeah, beside
Yeah, beside
the
the
ones
ones that
that have
I
already
have
explained,
already
we have
explained, we have
also additional
also
structures.
additional structures. Um,
First one is
the first one is
coordination.
coordinations.
Coordinations is
Coordinations
connecting
is
phrases
connecting
using
phrases
coordinate
using
conjunction.
coordinate conjunction.
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure
sure
that
that
you
you
are
are familiar
familiar
with
with sentences
sentences with
with
coordinate
coordinate
conjunctions like
conjunctions
and,
like
or, but,
etc.
etc.
Now,
Now,
coordinate
coordinate the
phrases
connecting
using
phrases
coordinate
using coordinate
conjunctions. This is
conjunctions. This
usually
is usually
phrase
noun
with
phrase
noun
with noun phrase
connected by
connected by
conjunction. So,
conjunctions.
diagram
So the
will be like
diagram
this.
will be like this.
Uh, this
Uh,
is
this
the
is
sentence.
the
The
sentence.
phrases
The
are this
phrases
man
are
and that
this man
child.
and that child. Yeah,
This man and that
this man and that child.
you can see that
You can see that
phrase
noun phrase
connected by
connected by
noun phrase.
noun phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
this
this
is
is
only
only
an
an
example.
example.
Coordinations
Coordinations
also
also
can
can
involve
involve
verbs,
verbs and prepositions. Yeah.
but
But
three
basically, the
diagrams
three
will be
diagram will be
just the same.
just the same.
And then
And
the last one,
then
the last one
the
is
last one
passive.
is passive.
The last one is
The last
passive.
one is passive.
Um,
Um,
we are
when we are
structuring
structuring
passive
passive
statements.
statements,
We
we
usually
usually insert to be
and change
and
the
change
verb
the verb
to
into verb 3.
we can see
We can
here.
see here,
This is
this is
the deep
the deep
structure of
structures of
was
was stolen
painting.
the painting. Yeah,
So,
was stolen the painting.
but to make it
But to
a good
make it a
sentence,
good sentence,
then
then
we move
we move the noun phrase
the
into beginning. So the painting was
stolen.
stolen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
that's about
passive.
passive.
I think
I
that's
think
all
that's all
my
my
presentation today.
presentation today.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. Uh,
If you have
if you have any
questions, we can
questions, then we
discuss
can discuss it
further. Also
further,
with Ibu
also with
Om,
Ibu Om,
because to be
because
honest,
to be
this is
honest,
very
this is very
technical and
technical
yeah,
and
Yeah,
breaking
breaking it down
down the
yeah,
into
sentences
diagram is
into
very
diagram is
difficult.
very difficult.
yeah.
I knew it.
I knew it.
So, but
Yeah, thank you so
But
much.
I want to show you how the meaning in the sentence, because with the structure, maybe we have a different meaning for that, for one situation. Okay, I don't know whether you are ready or not. I want another group to do the presentation because we have very limited time. After this one, we have only two sessions.
Yeah.
So, is there maybe possible, Pak Hadi, to do another group today?
Today,
Yeah, now.
Other group,
Now, is it possible?
Pak.
Another
Yeah,
group? If you are ready, if you are ready. If not, it's okay for me. But if you are ready, maybe better if we do the presentation now. Pa Rifki, maybe you are ready or not? Because it's related, you are about the sentence semantic.
not yet, Miss.
Not yet. Okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. Maybe another group. Are you ready or not? It's okay. So next week, Pa Hardy, we
Yep.
start with two groups. Or if it's quite simple, maybe we can do three groups next week.
Okay.
Okay, try to prepare for that. So now we can discuss about the syntax. It's quite technical about the syntax because it's about, we talk about the grammar as well. So do you have something to discuss, or maybe you have a question to about the syntax to Ibu Dewi?
Ma'am, I do have questions. I do
Yeah.
Yeah, this is related to the difference between deep structure and surface structure in a sentence. What is actually deep structure and surface structure?
Do you have the slide with you or not?
No, not this one, but I read in my book there is deep structure and surface structure.
Okay, so yeah, in the study of syntax, we do talk about the deep structure and surface structure. It's about the transformation of grammar. You do, Ibu Dewi, about the transformation, the move in the grammar just now. The deep structure is the construction theoretically about the structure to find out what is the related between the member of the structure. Ibu Lala, do you have something because you left your hand? No.
Benerin rambut.
Gatel palanya.
Yeah, I see you like that, so I think you have something to talk. So biasanya itu aliran Chomsky yang menggunakan deep structure dengan surface structure. Memang tidak semua, tapi deep structure menurut Chomsky itu refer to the concept, to the thought, an idea, feeling, whereas surface structure refers to the words or language we use to represent the deep structure. Hilang Bu Dewinya.
I'm here, Ibu.
Oh, di tempat saya hilang
I'm
Bu
listening.
Dewinya. Oh, I don't know, maybe my internet connection, or I don't know, in Ibu Dewi. Jadi sebetulnya deep structure and surface structure, deep structure itu lebih kepada konsepnya, konsep tentang gramatikalnya itu sendiri, tentang idea, thought, tentang pemikiran-pemikiran tentang itu. Sedangkan surface structure itu related kepada tadi yang seperti Bu Dewi, pindah dari sini ke sini, kata ini pindah ke sini, kemudian we talk about the language. Kalau surface itu jadi nggak mendalam, tapi kalau deep structure is about the concept behind the word, the concept behind the the concept behind the language that we used, gitu. Itu Chomsky juga menginduk atau menurunkan dari konsepnya sosio, bahwa bahasa sebagai suatu sistem structure, sehingga dia dibangun dari berbagai macam unsur. Nah, itulah yang diteruskan oleh Chomsky, sehingga dia membagi menjadi dua. Satu, pemikiran tentang bahasa, idea, konsep, dan sebagainya. Satu, bahasa dan penggunaannya dalam gramatikal yang disesuaikan dengan penggunaannya. Kira-kira itu bisa dimengerti, bisa masuk dalam pemikiran.
Bu Dewi ada contohnya nggak Bu Dewi?
Bisa, Bu, lumayan, Bu.
Ya, artinya begini. Kalau
Berarti
sosur
kalau
itu
yang
beranggapan
surface structure
sosur itu kan beranggapan bahwa bahasa itu merupakan sistem tanda yang terdiri dari bangunan-bangunan, kata-kata itu structure kan. Kalau sosur itu, jadi dia idenya adalah structuralism. Bahasa itu terdiri dari struktur-struktur yang membangun, begitu kan? Idenya sosio. Kemudian dikembangkan oleh si Chomsky, bukan hanya struktur yang membangun. Nah, struktur yang membangunnya itu kan bahasa, words-nya kan. Jadi ada words ini dalam satu kalimat itu. Itu kan yang dari sosio. Nah, kata si Chomsky sebetulnya itu hanya surface aja mempelajari structure itu. Kalau dia hanya I climb the mountain. Kemudian apa tadi? Itu semua hanya surface-nya saja. Tapi beyond itu yang kita pelajari syntax atau meaning-nya itu tadi, itu konsepnya ada apa sebetulnya. Misalnya dalam sebuah kalimat, I'll drink a glass of water. Ya. Nah, itu adalah surface structure. Jadi yang kelihatan, misalnya I'll drink a glass of water. Bisa juga diganti I'll drink a glass of lemonade misalnya. Itu semua adalah susunan kata-kata, structure, surface structure yang bisa kelihatan. Ya, nah di situ ada hubungan paradigmatik di situ. Jadi water bisa diganti dengan lemonade dan sebagainya. Nah, tetapi beyond itu, what is the concept? Nah, konsepnya itu, what is the idea? Itu yang deep structure-nya. What is the idea of I'll drink a glass of water? Atau I'll drink a glass of lemonade. Ya, nah kedua-duanya itu memiliki susunan hubungan paradigmatik. Kalau dari segi strukturnya. Karena apa? Nah, I'll drink a glass of water itu bisa diganti dengan I'll drink a glass of lemonade. Susunannya tetap sama, subjek, predikat, objeknya yang berbeda. Karena apa? Karena dia mempunyai hubungan paradigmatik, dia pilihannya banyak. Tapi beyond itu, nah itu yang dibilang si Chomsky, deep structure, what is the idea of that structure? What is the thought? Kenapa dia I'll drink of ini? Jadi dia ada subjek, ada ini, apa makna dari dibalik itu? Lebih dalam lagi, dia pelajari apa? Kenapa harus begitu? Kenapa tidak lemonade drink by me misalnya. Jadi deep structure itu memang jarang yang mempelajari sih sampai sedalam itu, tapi linguis biasanya mempelajari itu. Gitu. Kita tidak sedalam itu. Linguis mempelajari itu dan biasanya Chomskyan yang alirannya itu. Atau yang Saussurean tidak ke situ, Saussurean masih bisa gitu. Jadi dalam linguistik memang ada aliran-alirannya dan salah satunya ini alirannya Chomsky begitu. Ya, karena kebanyakan bahasa itu yang dipelajari yang surface-nya saja. Kalau memakai istilah Chomsky ya, yang dipelajari yang surface-nya saja. Tapi kalau Anda mempelajari linguistik lebih dalam atau Anda mempelajari semiotik, deep structure-nya biasanya diperhatikan. Atau Anda nanti mungkin menganalisis untuk tesis dari sebuah novel atau film, itu bisa deep structure-nya dianalisis. Walaupun nggak akan ada yang nanya. Tapi itu menarik gitu maksudnya. Deep structure-nya dianalisis, bukan hanya surface structure-nya. Seru itu. Susah diteranginnya. Harus berdua. Nih ya, gini, ini gitu. Tapi asik kok kalau Bu Dewi mau. Silakan.
Orang bingung Bu Dewi.
Karena dalam teori. Kalau begitu, misalnya gini, misalnya Bu Dewi ambil sebuah novel, ingin mengungkap makna dari itu kan. apa istilah itu. Kita bisa lihat dari kalimat-kalimat yang digunakan oleh pengarang. Nah, kalimatnya itu tentu saja bukan hanya sekedar kita yang lihat subjek atau apa gitu, atau misalnya lihat dari puisi. Nah, itu deep structure-nya apa? Karena dia mengungkapkan sesuatu. Misalnya ini contoh ada yang meneliti sebuah puisi. Puisinya itu panjang-panjang. Dia nggak memenuhi kaidah gramatikal. Nggak sama sekali. Coba kalau Anda browsing Jacob Isaac apa siapa? Dia nggak mengikuti itu. Apalagi dia juga nggak mengikuti bentuk puisi yang A, BBA atau BBA gitu, nggak. Nah, itu juga penggunaan kalimat tanpa subjek. Nah, itu yang dianalisis deep structure. What's the meaning? Kenapa dia mengungkapkan begitu? Setelah dilihat memang dia seorang linguis. Tentu saja dia menulis itu bukan bermaksud ingin memperlihatkan ini loh ada deep structure, tidak. Tapi justru kita yang membaca yang menganalisis, oh ini ada deep structure. Memang kalau dibicarakan gini, tapi ketika kita menganalisis, oh kita paham, oh ini maksudnya deep structure-nya begini. Ada makna apa di situ? Ada konsep apa dengan bilang misalnya hujan. Hari ini hujan, di jalan hujan, di rumah hujan, di mana-mana hujan. Nampaknya seperti itu. Tapi deep atau beyond itu ada makna yang bisa diungkapkan. Makanya saya bilang menarik karena apa? Karena itu betul-betul personal dan kita menganalisis apa yang ada di balik itu. Ya, kalau sekedar nanti kalau misalnya kita sudah membahas the study of meaning, mungkin bisa dilihat di situ sedikit banyak. Anda belum dapat semantik juga ya? Kenapa?
Mungkin novel-novel Andrea Hirata biasanya dia mempunyai makna yang lebih dalam.
Tergantung siapa yang menganalisis. Kalau saya melihatnya tidak, biasa aja. Oh iya, Bapak Ibu, kalau nanti Bapak Ibu tesis meneliti sumber datanya dari novel atau film harus yang berbahasa Inggris ya, bukan yang berbahasa Indonesia. Jadi nggak ada cerita membahas novel berbahasa Indonesia. Ya, kalau misalnya novel terjemahan boleh, tapi kalau bahasa Inggris dari novel berbahasa Inggris tentu. Kalau Bapak Ibu melihat novel misalnya Romeo and Juliet yang abad 19, nah itu bahasanya beda dengan bahasa Inggris abad sekarang. Gitu. Nah, di situ Bapak Ibu bisa mempelajari kalau mau lihat linguistik secara dalam, kenapa dia bisa begitu. Kira-kira. Ya, Bu Dewi bisa terjawab kira-kira penasarannya sedikit?
Bisa Bu, cuman ini di slide yang terakhir tentang pasif itu saya share lagi aja ya.
Ya, ya.
Di sini digunakan di structure this one.
Nah, ini hanya diagramnya sih, nggak ada ininya ya.
Ini sih di bukunya nih yang sebelah kiri. Ini ada yang was stolen. Ini disebutnya di structure. For the painting was stolen. Di structure itu kan deep structure ya namanya. Kemudian ini yang sebelahnya, ini keterangan figurnya adalah S structure or surface structure resulting from NP movement. NP movement yang the painting ini. Nah itu maksudnya apa bedanya? Ini kan deep structure disebutnya dan ini disebut dengan surface structure. That's why I couldn't explain.
Mana ini, tapi dia cuma was stolen aja ya.
Asal kalimatnya dari the painting was stolen.
Terus
Kemudian dibuatkan diagramnya begini gitu di bukunya. This
Ya,
is
ini
the
linguis benar ini. Jadi agak seperti tadi saya terangin ke Bu Dewi juga jadi bingung kan.
yes.
Ini iya karena apalagi dari bagan ini Anda semua tidak terbiasa juga dengan bagan ini soalnya. Dari mana ya neranginnya? Ini determinan, ini satu dua. Ini buku apa sih Bu Dewi?
Contemporary linguistic.
Ya iyalah ngambilnya dari linguistik.
Contemporary
Ngambilnya
linguistic
dari
ininya.
iya ngambilnya tadinya dari grammar harusnya kalau masalah structure jangan ngambil dari contemporary linguistic karena dia berbicara linguistik dan di sini juga tidak terlalu dalam karena linguistiknya di Unindra jadi Anda yang nggak punya dasar ini agak sulit nanti ngertinya gitu. Nah, secara ini saya jelaskan bahwa nah ini ada konsep. Yang ini structure ini dari simpelnya aja ya. The painting was stolen yang kanan ini kanan dari saya itu maksudnya yang surface ya. Surface ini sudah jelas hubungannya. The painting was stolen. Jadi dia ada noun phrase itu terdiri dari determine dengan noun painting, kemudian ada verbnya was dan ada verb selanjutnya stolen. Nah ini surface kelihatan pembagiannya seperti tadi words-nya saya bilang structure-nya jelas the painting was stolen. Sedangkan yang kanan dia mencari makna dari was stolen itu maksudnya apa? Yang kiri maksudnya yang deep structure. Jadi yang deep structure itu ini di bawah ini apa sih nggak kelihatan nih ada Meet Google. Di bawah D ini apa?
The painting.
The painting. Nah, was stolen the painting. Nah, ini dia apa yang maknanya di apa di situ? Dia membahas dari setiap apa ya namanya konsep dari was stolen itu apa sebetulnya? Dia kan sama di sini kalau dilihat nampaknya dua-duanya sama. Hanya peletakannya saja yang berbeda. Karena apa? Karena pasif. Tapi yang ini kan aktif. Nah, ini yang ambil contoh juga bingung sendiri. Kalau gitu jangan diambil contoh gitu. Nah, maksudnya begini, atau kasarnya gini aja deh. Yang pasif itu apa ya? Nah, yang ini mempelajari susunan bahwa pasif itu terdiri dari determine verb plus misalnya verb bentuk ketiga, misalnya gitu. Nah, itu yang surface. Udah jelas kalau surface mah ya yang dipelajari hanya words dan susunan kata. Itu surface, ya. Jadi yang dipelajari kita semua itu surface. Nah, deep itu kenapa dia was-nya di atas? Kenapa dia was dulu? Kenapa stolen dulu? Boleh menurut dia. Nah, ada meaning di balik itu. Konsepnya itu apa? Itu yang dia cari, itu yang dia pelajari. Sayang di sini tidak ada penjelasannya. Kenapa dia harus begitu? Yang deep structure itu. Ada nggak di situ penjelasannya Bu Dewi? Yang dia maksud deep structure di sini, kenapa dia membuat bagannya begini? Ada nggak di buku itu?
Mungkin harusnya ada pengantar ya Bu.
Iya, karena di situ, jadi kalaupun kita ambil dari situ, karena secara linguistik ini bermakna sesuatu, harusnya dia kasih tahu bukan cuma sekedar bagan. Ada nggak, Bu Dewi? Harusnya ada di sini, karena ketika orang membuat bagan, biasanya ada explanation-nya di bawah. Terutama untuk yang deep, karena yang surface itu ya walaupun cuma bagan kita bisa lihat kalau surface kita membahas tentang gramatikalnya aja, tapi yang deepnya itu yang harus dilihat di situ apa definisinya. Ada nggak? Harusnya ada.
Penjelasannya sih ada, Mem.
Ada, harusnya ada penjelasannya di situ. Karena ini udah langsung ke bentuk ya, udah langsung
Iya.
ke contohnya gitu. Karena kalau secara theoretically, deep itu ya itu yang saya bilang tadi, the concept, the idea of the language. Sedangkan surface, the language itself gitu. Dan konsep itu biasanya tergantung pada ground kita memaknai konsep itu. Konsepnya itu apa ya di situ? Kalau ground kita tidak sampai ke situ, nggak akan bisa. Pengetahuan kita nggak sampai ke situ, nggak bisa gitu. Makanya harus ada penjelasannya di situ.
Di sini sih setelah figure ini disebutkan this structure is admittedly abstract. It does not sound like any sentence that we actually utter. However, it does neatly capture the first and third properties of passive construction. The agent is not expressed, and the verb occurs with a direct object.
Nggak ada. Why it's called deep structure?
Agentnya kenapa Bu Dewi tadi? The agent apa tadi? Tadi Bu Dewi baca apa? Agentnya kenapa?
The agent is not expressed, jadi nggak ada pelakunya, Pak. And the verb occurs with a direct object.
Kita terlalu sederhana ya, contohnya cuma begitu doang.
Iya, makanya dia bikin deep. Jadi begini, kalau ya udah jelas kalau pasif itu memang itunya agentnya nggak disebutkan.
Not always ya.
Dan ya rata-rata biasanya memang nggak disebutkan kecuali di in bahasa. Tapi kalau misalnya tadi strukturnya juga sangat simple. Hanya menunjukkan itu untuk deep ya. Yang saya ingin tahu di buku itu apakah ada bahwa deep structure yang dimaksud dalam kalimat itu adalah apa gitu? Nggak ada.
Pengertian deep structure, Bu.
Bukan. Deep structure dalam contoh kalimat itu apa pembahasannya? Atau dalam bagan itu apa pembahasannya? Itu bukunya tahun berapa, Bu Dewi?
2003. Ya, 2003. 2005. 2005. Ini sih sebelumnya hanya menyebutkan the D structure for a passive sentence such as the painting was stolen is depicted in this figure. Terus note that the non-modal auxiliary be is treated as a verb that takes a VP complement.
Iyalah.
Okay, to save space, we drop the CP level here. We include an empty specifier position under IP to capture the fact that all sentences require a subject. Udah itu aja, Bu. Terus ini bagannya, kemudian keterangan yang tadi.
Iya sayang, itu harusnya yang udah tahu deep structure dulu baru dia bisa memahami itu. Karena dia tidak ada penjelasan, harusnya dia ada penjelasan bahwa deep structure dalam kalimat itu dalam contoh itu apa gitu. Surface-nya apa gitu. Sayang, ambil contohnya, ya itu nggak ada ininya ya, nggak ada penjelasannya. Oke, tapi ya itu masalah interpretasi juga sih, menebak what is the idea behind that sentence. Kalau deep, dia hanya menunjukkan susunan modelnya saja untuk deep, tanpa menjelaskan what is the meaning. Begitu. Ya. Lah, Bu Dewinya hilang. Oke. Masih ada yang mau didiskusikan? Silahkan.
Sedikit Bu,
Boleh.
I have questions.
Ya.
A little about some expression. Maybe we found in our society such as so far so good. I think it is so popular, but in grammatical we didn't find it. What's grammatical? It means something ungrammatical, but it is acceptable. How we explain to our student actually when some student ask about the structure. For example, so far so good. I think it's so popular, or maybe like another what? Better late than never.
That's all the idiom or the proverb who has it is okay without the grammar, of course. With those sentence don't respect about the grammar, of course. It is acceptable if you say to if you explain to your student, maybe you can say that it's semantically speaking, it has of course the meaning. That's what we call in semantic word meaning and concept. Sayang belum kuliah semantik, semester depan baru ya. Karena barusan saja di kelas sebelumnya saya mengajar semantik baru berbicara itu. Jadi kalau mengajarkan ya memang itu adalah proverb ya, or expression or idiom in English. Sometimes or most of the idiom has no structure. So even in bahasa we know it. Berakit-rakit ke hulu, berenang ke tepian. There is no structure, there is no subject, but it has the meaning. Okay, that's what we call proverb or idiom as well. Ya, itu di semantik nanti ada Pak pengklasifikasiannya. Kalau sekarang saya lupa yang mana karena nanti ada contextuality of meaning gitu. Ya, sabar ya Pak. Tadi kita sudah menggebu-gebu segala macam di semantik, jadi saya lupa. Maksudnya so complicated. Iya, gitu Pak. Another question maybe.
Cukup jelas, Bu.
Ya.
Cukup jelas tadi yang dipresentasikan Bu Dewi.
Ya itu very technically yang dipresentasikan Ibu Dewi karena hanya saja dia grammarnya jadi terlalu jauh. Mungkin beberapa teman saya nggak tahu bisa mengerti atau tidak. Saya juga ingin tahu Pak Samsudin bagaimana tadi presentasi Ibu Dewi, bisa dimengerti susunan kalimat dan segala sesuatu karena itu very teknik.
Okay, so clear. Ya,
Jelas ya.
jelas, ya.
Maksud saya contoh-contoh kalimat takutnya sulit dimengerti. Pak Faisal,
Ngerti Bu.
Pak Syahrul,
Bisa Bu,
susah. Bisa, karena bukan tidak mungkin itu malah menjadikan complicated gitu ya. Tapi syukurlah kalau bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu bisa mengikuti paparan tadi, kecuali yang terakhir aja karena dianya juga bingung sendiri dan sekarang Bu Dewinya hilang sinyal.
Iya.
Hilang sinyal. Ya, Bu Dewinya bingung sendiri karena belum ada dasar dari linguistiknya itu gitu.
Iya.
Jadinya agak bingung gitu. Tapi so far
agak bingung Bu.
ya so far yang yang susunan kalimat, contoh-contoh itu bisa dimengerti ya Bapak Ibu ya.
Bisa.
Nanti kita coba melihat di scientific study of meaning. Di scientific study of meaning, nah itu mudah-mudahan nanti ada ya pembahasan contoh Pak Samsudin tadi, so far so good itu masuk kemana gitu. Siapa kalau nggak salah, siapa ya Pak Hardi?
Bu.
Oh, Pak Rifki ya. Nah, Pak Rifki coba sambil dilihat so far so good itu masuknya kemana. Karena dia scientific study of meaning.
Minggu depan ya Pak Rifki ya.
Ya, minggu depan kalau bisa 2 ya
Dua,
Pak Hardi ya. 2
Iya, 2.
atau 3, nggak apa-apa. 2 atau 3.
Hmm.
Okay. And is there any other question?
No, sabar.
Ya, sambil serap dulu. Minggu depan we talk about it. Siapa tahu masih berhubungan, jadi kita akan tambah clear lagi. Oke, thank you Bu Dewi, thank you Bapak Ibu semua. I think it's enough for today. Thank you very much for your attention. See you insyaAllah next week ya. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you Bu Dewi, thank you Bu Om.
You are welcome.